Hello, I am Royson, connector of dots, and there are many dots to connect here. And just in case for this message, if you hear something running around in the background or any music or whatever, that's my GF cooking, that's Gemma cooking breakfast. Anyway, let's get to the point. The point is of this whole message that I'm feeling right now, the whole point of this message is the understanding of your own heart. Alright, I want to delve into the understanding of the heart and how the spirit communicates with the mind and the spirit. Now, within my past videos, you already understand that the subconscious communicates with itself, and the subconscious is really trying to communicate with the actual consciousness, like what you can see and what you are aware of. And whatever you are aware of is literally the subconscious within you that has the most emotion. And the one that's subconscious that has the most emotion is the one that's whatever is being presented to you. So if I was to give an example, the most emotion right now that wants to be perceived is this camcorder right here that's taping me and filming my every motion. That's really what wants to be noticed at this moment, because to my subconscious, that has the most emotion and the most impact to my awareness, and whatever has the most impact to your awareness is really what wants to come before you and understand, have and increase your understanding of reality. I mean, you can focus on whatever you want to focus on, and whatever you focus on is literally trying to get you to focus on it. It's literally conscious. It's literally trying to it's throwing that energy at you so you can notice it. And just like these walls with the light emission, just like this window behind me with the light that's coming out of it, and you know, if you notice my hat, you know, there's like a dragon. There's like a dragon right here, and it says hustle. You know, I like the gold and the silver and the white. You know, gold is actually truly my favorite color. My favorite color is actually gold, and that actually blends in with the upper belly chakra. And if you were listening to my last video, you'll see about all the chakras and how they understand, you know, it's the cooperation with each other. And when you put focus into one concept, it's that one concept. It doesn't have to be a certain material thing that you can pay attention to, and that's how it's throwing that energy at you. Certain concepts that are out there also throw their energy at you. Even when you are creative and you literally come up with that concept, it's that concept that was always in existence that wants to come to your attention. And you literally created that existence with your creativity, and that concept came to you. See, the concepts within philosophy, God created philosophy. God is the creator of all things. God understands all things. He understands all time. So let's just say, alright, within the linear time frame, within the third dimension, you know, when you ascend and get into a higher dimension, you'll fall into the next linear time scale, which is the fourth dimension. See, the fourth dimension is the time without time. Now you're experiencing time in like a different sort of perception way, per se, a sort of different experience where you're experiencing time in not as linear, per se. You're experiencing time as there's a different time that's actually going on within the higher dimensions. And then once you ascend probably to the fifth dimension, there's a whole, it just broadens and widens and gets so much more better. It gets a lot more interesting with each and every dimension, because when you receive the sixth dimension, number 6 within numerology is communication. Number 5 is progression. Number 4 is love. And 3 is Trinity. 2 duality. 1 is beginning. So if you know that number 6 is about communication, so how is the sixth dimension gonna be? Is the sixth dimension more of oneness? Like, once you understand the whole oneness, the whole understanding of oneness, then you'll get to a point, you know, where you transcend actual being. You'll transcend actually having to form your ego and give your ego a form, which means the sixth dimension, I believe, is without form. You know, it's all about communication within, I guess, particles, maybe. You know, maybe the sixth dimension is all about communications within atoms, you know, and frequencies, and what they are willing to give, what they are willing to take. Because nature, I believe, doesn't go through pain, period. Only conscious, like, well, I'm not gonna say conscious beings, because there's different kind of consciousnesses out there. There's a consciousness that you aren't even aware of. You see, when you see this wall right here, and yes, the wall is conscious. Yes, the wall is literally knows how to learn and understand. The reason why the wall is there, because it wants to learn the true meaning about being a wall, the true experience about being a wall. And maybe the wall in itself has a consciousness structure that is based on understanding the specific experience that it's going through, because the wall just stays there. Like, the wall, like, to my perspective, it doesn't move at all. The wall is just there to fulfill the purpose of giving me shelter. And just like the roof, it's meant to give me shelter, and that's its purpose. But the whole experience backed up, you have to form like a specific consciousness. Because if I was that wall, come on now, I'll be bored out of my mind. If I was this wall right here, like, I commend and honor that wall and this ceiling for being a wall and ceiling, because everything has its hardships in it, and it's the experience of progression within that experience that really progresses you into the understanding. So the heart basically has its own consciousness. Like, we focus on the consciousness within our brain, within the frequency of the understanding how the brain works. Well, the heart literally has its own neurons in it. The heart literally thinks, and you can really feel the thoughts. You can really feel the thoughts of the heart when you pay attention to the heart, when you pay attention to your own true inner being. And the thing with that is, a lot of things will happen externally from your perception. Things will happen because the heart is overflooded with that perception. Like, the heart is what the subconscious works off of. So if I'm paying attention to this laptop right now, that means the heart wanted me to pay attention to the laptop. It's a neuron thought within the heart, which is the subconscious. Which the heart is getting me to notice the laptop, because the heart wants me to notice the laptop, and the purpose of that is to use the laptop as an example to your perception. And that is the closest way that I am able to understand, to explain this, to explain this concept. The closest way for me to explain this concept is by coming up with examples like the camcorder, like the wall, like the laptop. And it is my heart that really wants to communicate. You see, usually I really want my chakras balanced, you know, because I don't know, I'm not exactly sure if my chakras are balanced. I know that they're all turned on, definitely, but I feel like my throat chakra, the communication chakra, is basically my highest chakra, and it surpasses all my other chakras, maybe through a long run, you know. And when a chakra is like too high up there while all the other ones are like low, you'll get the sick. That's how sicknesses come. And you can blame the weather for that, you can blame whatever you want for that, but in reality, that just means that your heart made you get into that situation, because your heart wanted you to experience what it means to have one chakra that's way up there and all the other chakras that was low up there, and low frequencies. Like the light period, when you have the light in you, you can't get sick. The reason why you have the light in you is because all of your chakras are balanced. Like, if your chakra is mainly focused like on survival, on your sacral chakra, then perhaps you may come across as having an evil perception, as you may come off as arrogant, or you may come off as you may come off as others to be too much of one thing. And when your ego is basically way up there, way skyrocketed, you don't even know how to control it. That's basically perhaps your belly chakra, your upper belly chakra. Yeah, it has too much. It's not balanced with the other ones. See, when you can't communicate why your ego is so high, then it will come across as evil. no, not, I'm not gonna say evil, as stupid and judgmental. Like, other people will be judging you for being so egoistical, and they'll believe that you're judging others, so that's why you deserve to be judged as egoistical or something, because you're judging others. And in order to communicate why you're so egoistical, you have to go through the heart chakra, and then the heart chakra is basically unity consciousness, if you catch my drift, because that's what the spirit is. The spirit is the guidance to unity consciousness, because that's what God is. God is unity consciousness. God is within everything, every being, all things. And see, the upper belly chakra has to connect with the heart chakra to get to the communication chakra. And how that works, and how it works, when you are able to let that flow correctly, then you'll have the correct type of intuition to see past the ego and see them for who they really are. And for who they really are will show in the crown chakra. And then it's something that, to realize, you have to go back and forth throughout all concepts. So to realize who you really are, you have to have the intuition of who everyone else is, because who everyone else is the subconscious that's of yourself that wants to be presented to you, and that's what you're trying to communicate to yourself. And then when you get this communication, it'll just delve into your heart, and then once it delves into your heart, you'll perceive it as, you will want to perceive your place within reality. And then your place within reality will give you a certain perception of who you are, which will delve into your ego and self-esteem. Your self-esteem basically being who you want to be, basically being what you want to be perceived, like you want others to perceive you as a certain way, and when that's not met, then your self-esteem will be hindered, you know. And your ego, when it's too high up there, when others perceive it as too high up there, then you won't really get to the true figure of communication. And once one chakra is out of balance, then you'll basically portray a certain perception that's truly incorrect. You know, in reality, every truth is infinite. Basically, you can use every truth to receive an even greater truth, an even better truth, an even better perception. So that means that every perception is not perfect. Every perception is imperfect, and the reason why it's imperfect is because you can progress from there. And progression in itself is a perception. You know, everything in the end just is. You know, you don't really need to put any real logic into it. You just have to understand that it is what it is. I am what I am. You are what you are. We are what we are. Unity consciousness is unity consciousness. And as a human race, certain people are given, they're literally given by the higher dimensions of light, they're literally given the opportunity to be a certain way. And when you perceive an opportunity that's lost, that just means that you perceived it as in progression. Like not in progression, but like not progression. Like you perceive that as not progressing as quick as you want it to be. And that means that the self-esteem was blown. But when the ego gets blown, when the ego increases, that means that you feel that you are progressing at a rate that's quick enough to satisfy, I'm not going to say satisfy your self-esteem. Well, yeah, it is satisfying your self-esteem, but I want to express the fact that when your ego goes up, that means, you know, everything happens for a reason. There's a reason why your ego is going to go up or down. But I don't want to see, the ego and self-esteem has to be balanced. And I actually right now I'm at a point where I don't know how to make it any more clear. I don't know, there's a reason why I don't know how to make it any more clear. And right now I feel my throat actually getting soggy right now because my throat chakra of communication is just way up there, skyrocketing. Right now my throat is feeling pretty soggy. It wasn't soggy yet before, in the beginning of this video. It was not soggy in the beginning of the video, but right now I feel a little tension right here, and it's like I feel I'm putting a lot of strain on my communication chakra, basically with each message that I emit and do. And certain things that I want to express, you know, I have to do it in a certain way because I can't give the wrong. I'm trying to stop. Everything's a battle, you know. I don't want to stop myself from giving any wrong perceptions or anything. I don't want to give any wrong perceptions at all. You know, I'm hoping, it is my hope and dream to be a teacher and a student. So the real reason why I'm making these videos is to basically teach myself, with the knowledge and understanding that others are watching me, that I want to observe that experience. But I only want to observe it to the amount that's being shown to me, because the amount that's being shown to me is the amount that my subconscious wants me to understand. And what my subconscious wants me to understand is basically how to survive, because it's not really the ego and self-esteem isn't the real reason why, you know, I'm making this video, like this upper belly chakra, you know, the feeling sensation. I'm really feeling the sensation right here in my sacral chakra, so survive, because I'm more capable of surviving these densities, surviving these frequencies, when I'm able to express myself in a certain way. And this is how I choose to express myself. I choose to express myself through these videos and posting them on YouTube and Facebook. And I'm truly trying to get myself to survive. So basically I can see, with that being said, I'm trying to communicate with myself right now. So with that being said, since I'm trying to survive, you know, what exactly am I trying to survive off of? And I'll have to say I'm trying to survive off of ego and self-esteem, which is my upper belly chakra. But my upper belly chakra is not what I'm trying to put focus on. I'm trying to put focus on my subconscious is trying to put focus on my lower belly. No, not my lower belly, but my sacral chakra. And then as it goes up, it goes into my masculine and feminine chakra, which is my lower belly chakra. And as I can express my masculinity and my femininity, because everyone is part feminine and part masculine, you know, whether it be more masculine than feminine or more feminine than masculine, you know, it's in reality everything has to be balanced. So I'm trying to use my sacral chakra to balance all of my chakras right now, because right now I felt that my communication chakra was too high, and all the other chakras was out of sync with my communication chakra, because I want to communicate and express this certain thing. So in order to do that, I have to focus on my sacral chakra. So since I'm choosing to focus on my sacral chakra to uplift all my chakras, that is, in a way, that is a technique actually that you can use throughout life. Also, other people, well, you can also use any technique. It depends on the concept of your subconscious, of the concept that you're trying to use in order to improve yourself and to improve your inner being, your inner peace. So what I like to do a lot of times is use my heart chakra to balance. So what I try to do is filter in all of the energy from my chakra and filter it into the heart chakra, and then let the heart balance it out itself. And whatever the heart wants is what the heart gets. So right now, the heart, what I'm doing with my heart right now is delving into, I don't really care, I'm not going to care whether you understand me as much, I'm just going to care whether I understand myself at this point. So I'm just going to express this the way I want to express it best. And the way I want to express it best, you can see how my voice actually got a little bit more stronger from that. And my face actually, you know, this part right here I'm feeling more intense with love. I'm feeling more intense with understanding the true reality that's around me, because now that I understand my fears, I understand all things, because fears want to be understood. Everything wants to be loved and understood. And when you notice these concepts, you'll notice the chakras that the people are using through their face, through their hand motion, through their power. Alright, this has been a long 20 minutes, and I'm looking forward to your perceptions. I'm looking forward to your perceptions mainly for me and not for you, because if I focus on the me, then I know for a fact that I'll be giving you an experience of progress. Peace. Namaste. Peace. Love.